What's up, you guys? It's Paul Max C, and I'm doing a review of a homebrew Atari 5200 game. For those who don't know, homebrew means it's these games that have been being made for classic systems, but in more recent years by clever developers and programmers that are interested in doing it and have the skills to do it. And enthusiasts like myself are happy to buy them up if we hear that they're good. Now, this one came out in 2002, so this was not a game you could play on your 5200 back in the day. And I'll admit I'm slightly disappointed in it. Not majorly, slightly. And I think disappointments come from expectations. So I would see pictures of it and for some reason thought you'd take your helicopter across multiple screens. And when I found out you're just playing on one screen, well, and the production values, I realized I was definitely playing a homebrew game. Kind of, you could tell you're playing a homemade game and not something that went through the corporate thing and really. Well, it's, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but I liked it enough to keep it. And you know what? Once you get over, I got over the initial slight disappointment. I do like it. Looks like it's made from Ron Lloyd in 2002. And to be honest, I wanted to beef up my 5200 collection, and having a homebrew game for the 5200 is pretty exciting. And what you do, you're only on one screen, and you basically collect raindrops to put out the fire that this cloud that likes to use lightning, who's kind of burning the forest. Your job is to kind of put out the fire and to kind of destroy this evil cloud here. And as you can see, it looks pretty, I don't want to say cheap, but like, kind of like a homemade job. I won't lie. But is it playable? It is. So I'm this helicopter, and these are supposed to be raindrops. And this cloud is actually your enemy, and he shoots lightning and it says burn, which is okay, but that's very comical. Now, one of the highlights to many people who like this game are these little animals you see at the bottom, and you can get extra points by picking up the animals and taking them to safety. Now, how you attack this cloud is bump your copter into them like that. And you can also cool out the fire like this with the rain you've collected. Let's see if I can get this animal. So the water you've collected, when you rescue an animal, your water that you've collected seems to go up. That's important because if this fire gets too out of hand, actually you have to put out the fire to win. But you can kill this cloud. I killed the cloud, but I still have to put out the fire, and I may as well try to rescue this animal. And then you put out the fire. See, it's playable, but you feel like you're playing. Now you get a different screen here, and look, there's a skunk down at the bottom, and now I gotta be a little more careful navigating, because you can crash your chopper. And yeah, that's cool how they give you extra raindrops, or when you rescue an animal, because that becomes an issue, getting enough water to put out the fire. So here I go again, I'm picking up an animal. Yeah, it's playable. And it keeps score, as I told... Uh-oh. And if you get lightning, you get killed. See, you kind of time it just right, where you attack the cloud, then you back out of there. In the first series of 1 through 3 levels, it's easy, but it gets hard. Here comes another little animation of an animal. People who like this game kind of enjoy the variety of animals that go down there, and that's true. I mean, I do like it, guys, or I wouldn't have it. I beat the cloud, and there's some kind of interesting little animal. They're kind of... I was going to say they're undersized, but no, not really. It was almost as big as my helicopter, so... But sometimes a skunk's as big as your helicopter, so that's a little bit off. So it's not a realistic game. It's a cutesy game, but it is a play... Oh! I believe there's a time limit of some sort. Something got me. So I'm going to want to beat this level. I'll go ahead and rescue this animal. That gives you points too, by the way. And water is oh, the cloud's back. And you can put out the fire, but that doesn't do it. You gotta kill the cloud, who's the main enemy of this game. There is a boss, and the boss is the cloud's mom. So, you know, it's imaginative. There's a little moose down there. Yeah, it's a cute game. And you gotta remember, this came out in 2002. And, pretty exciting back then that there was a new, playable 5200 game. Cool, I killed the cloud. And it does get challenging, don't worry about that. There we go, I beat the level. I think there's only 3 different, like, screens of graphics. This one's pretty cool. It says it's got these swinging vines, and I think the only way, you can't go around the right. So if you want to rescue this animal, you gotta kind of somehow deal with this vine. Yeah, you kind of go through it. So I'm attacking the cloud. There's an animal. I better get after it. Yeah, the fact that rescuing an animal gives you more water supply to attack the fire, that's worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this cloud and show you guys what happens. I mean, you make the decision if you want it. I mean, you gotta cough up your 25 or 30 bucks. I'm gonna get to the water. Uh-oh. Oh, you can only do the water when you get close enough. I beat it. Pyro's mom. Pyro is the name of the cloud that's your enemy. I mean, this is a good playable game, but you can just tell it was made by just someone. It's like, oh, that's how you die. You gotta beat up the cloud. You literally bump into the cloud to attack it. And, you know, that's kind of underwhelming. And I'm just using timing to attack it and back off. I mean, if you guys think I'm a fool, congratulations. If you think I'm a fool for buying it, I'm not going to argue with you. It's cute, but I think homebrew games are neat, and I judge them a little bit differently than a major release. It is unique, and as you guys know, as collectors, owning something unique is neat. At least I get to make this video and show you. So now the whole thing started over, but it's harder. And I don't see a reason to make this video go on and on. But I can promise you that after you get through this... Oh, look, a little moosey. I can promise you eventually the challenge ramps up. If you don't have the patience for that, play on advanced, and you'll get right to the hard stuff. But I like to keep track of scores. And, oh, I got zapped by the... You can avoid that if you just concentrate. He fires his lightning, and then you attack him. Then you gotta back off. You gotta have the patience just to back off. Eventually it'll challenge you. See, I killed him. And I got plenty of water, so I'm just gonna put out the fire. Now it is keeping track of, there was a tree bonus it gave me, so there's bonuses. There's a high score, which is my current score. You know, it doesn't say when you turn it off. So, you know, it's a game. It's keeping track of score. Look, I got this little moosey down there. Whoops, didn't get him. Later on, it becomes kind of hard to get enough water to take out the fire. So collecting the animals does matter. Not to mention points. Oh! Since I don't always have my 5200 out, when I do bring it out, I'm going to play pretty much every game I have, including Koffi Yellow Kopter. And I didn't see a reason to make any kind of funny videos to go along with it. Not even a dirty joke. I'm just all serious with these 5200 reviews, aren't I? Oh, I got zapped. Oh, look, it's like a... See, that's like a rooster, but it's bigger than my copter. So that's when you kind of feel like you're getting, you know, some imperfection, some cheapness here. You're playing like your buddy's game that he made, and you're like, oh, good job, dude, it's like playable. But, I won't lie, I was a little disappointed. I mean, I'm a 50-year-old man. And sometimes, like, all right, well, it says, thanks for playing Koffi Yellow Kopter. And I was playing half-heartedly there, but then again, that my high score is a lot better, and I do want to do better. I like it. So if I were to give it a grade, I don't think that's fair. It's a homebrew. It's special, and I'm glad I have it, or I would have sold it. But if I was to be honest, I don't think I would go higher than a C. As far as like, what do you want to? What are you gonna give it, Paul? As out of 1 to 10, 6.9, 6.8. Um, but I'm glad I have it. I don't think so. Unless you're intrigued by what you just saw, you can live without it. But I like my 5200, and I like having a collection, and it does add variety, and it does move very well with the joystick thing. Maybe I'll bump it up to a 7. Don't get me wrong, I liked it. You saw it. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. That has a nice title screen, too. I like it.